Hey everyone, I hope today finds you well. My name is Zaxelzach, some of you know that, and some of you may not. I know that I said a while ago I was going to be trying to do more vlogs, even weekly, and I realize I have not done that. In fact, I've been pretty terrible at uploading just about anything, and I'm really here to give you an update on my life, why I've been so awful about getting uploads done, or videos, let's plays, anything, and kind of blast through some of those reasons, because I don't, you know me, most of you do, I don't like giving excuses, but sometimes life just gets in the way, and especially for someone like me, a really small YouTuber, life can really get in the way. So yeah, I'm just gonna blast out some reasons here. Number one, my mom's divorce. A lot of you know that we've been dealing with that, and it's been kind of a big thing for the last 9 months. And I know that that's my mom's thing, but I'm living with her here right now, and that I've been very involved in that, and that has definitely taken precedent over a lot of different things. 2, new job, which is, you know, hooray! But also it's 40 hours a week. Now, this is very important to me to have this because right now I'm paying down college debt. That's a real huge, like, looming thing in my life, and living here as well as having this full-time job is massive in taking care of that, and so that's really great, but also it gets in the way of just about anything. It's swing shift 4:15 p.m. to 12:45 a.m. Boring details, but I mean, kind of interesting that it's those hours. That's my functionality. Those are my functional hours anyway, so it kind of works out. So that's the first two. The third one, and kind of a big revelation for me, is, and I'll talk just a little bit about this, I always try and stay very open about mental illness and the mental illness I suffer from, and I've known that I've dealt with depression and anxiety for a long time, but those were mostly diagnosed by normal nurse practitioners, no one in the real psychiatric field, words, and so finally moving down here and getting the chance to actually take some time to assess my mental health on a real serious psychological level. One thing I learned is that actually it's not just depression and anxiety, but a little bit bigger, different. I have bipolar disorder, it turns out, and it's not the switching back and forth really quickly between angry and happy. Many of you may know that bipolar disorder is a little more, it can be a little more subtle than that. It's sometimes having all the energy in the world and then having none. Feeling grandiose, like you can get anything done, and then feeling like you may never get out of bed again, and the effort to get out is all you can do in that day. That's been a big thing, and really nothing changes with the diagnosis. I'm still experiencing the same symptoms, but I've been seeking help with this, talk therapy, as well as medication. Again, I try and be open about this kind of stuff because I like removing the stigma of these things. I know that a lot of my viewers may deal with the same issues. I know a lot of my friends do. And these are things that a lot of people suffer from. And I would be completely blind to it if I denied, or I'd be completely wrong if I denied the fact that that does make a huge impact on my life. But I've been getting help for it. I'm doing a lot better recently, and that's been really nice. Yeah, so those are kind of the big overarching things that have really been in my life, making things kind of difficult for me in terms of getting videos up. Now I kind of want to talk about moving forward. I'll be honest, I've been extremely discouraged from my videos just because I don't see hardly any views anymore. Nobody comments, or very few people do, every once in a great while. And I know that this is partially YouTube's fault for constantly changing their algorithms and kind of shitting on the little guys. I think I'm right now sitting at about 320 subscribers, which, you know, makes me happy, but not even half those people see the content I upload. So I will say this right now, I believe there's a little button you can go click on my homepage of the YouTube channel, next to subscribe, I believe there's a little thing that you can click on, and I think it might be a drop-down menu that tells you that you want to follow this person, and that it'll actually actively update you. If not, I believe there are some settings somewhere else that will tell you, hey, if you want to get frequent updates from this person, here's what you got to do. I would really appreciate if anybody wanted to do that. And I know I have been told by fans before that they don't see my uploads at all until they actually have to go look at my channel. So that's kind of annoying. And hey, YouTube, screw you for making this difficult for the rest of us. Another big piece of news, I'm sorry I'm just like going through it just like different places, but this is how I have to do it. I really can't do a script, it feels fake. Another big piece of news, I'm not going to go in depth on this, is that I am not going to be hosting NewCon any longer. Many of you already know this from my Instagram posts or Twitter or whatnot, or even Facebook. I am not hosting NewCon anymore. I'm not even participating in NewCon anymore. I will not be attending any NewCon conventions or NewCon related events. I know this is also the same for my friend Uptown Cosplay. They won't be doing anything with NewCon either. So that's a big thing you should all know. Again, I'm not going to go into details about this. You can look up everything if you want to on it. I'm not going to talk about it. Just know that I'm not going anymore. But you can catch me at KomoriCon and a few other conventions, maybe SakuraCon next year. I could not afford it. Next thing, Patreon. What do you guys think? I want to be able to move forward with turning this into a potential career someday. And I know it's not going to happen overnight. Well, it might if somebody catches wind of my video and it goes viral. I can wish. But Patreon is the next most reasonable step to supplement that income. I have thought about different tiers. I thought, well, maybe for me it's not the right thing because I don't have a lot to give except for these Let's Plays. So I want your guys' thoughts. What do you think? And I was thinking about, you know, different tiers such as I'm doing great tonight. I was thinking of different tiers such as one of the mid to higher ones could be you get to play or stream a video game with me once a month. Or even like a Google Hangout. One could be like, I send you Polaroids, and they're not going to be the sexy ones like a lot of my cosplay friends, but I'll send you my dopey face. Another one could be, let's make hot chocolate together over Skype or something like that, or Google Hangouts. And, you know, obviously the ones that are just like, thank you, or mentions in vlogs. All sorts of stuff. What do you guys think? Would you support me? Would you even consider it? That's something that I've been toying around with, and I really want to hear from you guys. And I want to hear from you guys on everything. Do you like the videos I'm uploading? Do you want to see a specific video game? And, you know, I'll tell you if it's ever doable or if it's something I'm even interested in. I know it can be a little frustrating to be like, hey, I'd love to see this video game played by you, and then that person to be like, well, I don't really want to. That does happen. Again, the input is still always welcome. I just appreciate interacting with you guys, and I want to be more active on Twitter, Tumblr, all that stuff, which you can follow all the links below if you want to. And I know, especially if you've seen me at conventions, I always joke about the like, comment, subscribe thing, but the fact of the matter is that actually really does help. All those things, the likes, the comments, the subscribing, obviously. The other big thing, sharing. Sharing is massive. Sharing helps a ton. I really cannot emphasize that. If you like what I'm doing, please show other people. Sit them down in front of your computer and be like, check this huge nerd out. Things like that help. And so yeah, I think that a lot of that really comes down to just that I've been very discouraged recently, seeing the numbers. It's tough to put a lot of effort, because it's not the hardest thing to edit Let's Plays and to even record them. And it's even gotten easier for me, but it's still a lot of work, and it's a huge chunk out of my time. And I don't do it because I hope to make a lot of money off of it, and I don't do it to get a ton of views and a ton of subscribers. But those things do help validate the work that I put in for this. Because producing 5 videos for every week, and I'd love to do more, 5 videos a week is still tough for somebody, especially with a 40-hour a week job. That's huge. Another thing I will say, you can also follow me on Twitch. I do streams every Saturday, usually around 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. I usually do Overwatch and some stuff, but I did play Life is Strange. I'm hoping to upload it on this channel, but I want to get back to doing story games. Yeah, where am I going next? Where do I have to go next? I guess I also want to say that the more subscribers, comments, likes, all that stuff helps me be able to eventually get to producing different kinds of content. I'd love to do different videos than just Let's Plays. I have a series in mind called Zaxel Tries, where I just try different things, like those, what about those little, like, powdered foods? They make little miniature foods. I've seen those. Really interesting to try those, and I'd love to record that. Or anything from that to silly little science experiments, or different games or activities, things like that. Anything. I'd love to produce a board game show. I'd love to do a creepypasta channel, and I've been told that my voice would be really good for the creepypasta. So, hey, these are things, and I do apologize that this video has been particularly long at this point. For those of you who are still with me right now, you're a blessing. Thank you, and I love you. You're all wonderful. So that's kind of the gist of everything. Not really much of a gist. That was really pretty full out. And I think I'd be a little more relaxed about talking about everything in a more linear progression if I didn't think that recording a super long vlog was going to be awful. So there's... Oh, excuse me. That. Yeah. Let me see, was there anything else? No, I think that's pretty much it. You guys are amazing. To those of you who watch, to those of you who have subscribed, who comment, who just, even if you don't do those things and you just watch, that's really appreciated. To those of you who stick around, you guys are really amazing, and you are what validate me and my work. So thank you. I really appreciate that. And again, I'm gonna get back to uploading again here soon. Probably today. I think you'll see a video up. Probably of Doom or Resident Evil, but there are a couple of other games I'd like to try too. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thanks everybody. You're wonderful. And I want you to stay wonderful until the next video. Goodbye.